Alright, I'm back again and I have some pretty major updates going on in the George Floyd case. You know, I think it was yesterday, early this morning, they basically, might have been last night, FBI and everyone came out and said they didn't know if they had enough evidence to really prosecute the cops and all that stuff. So, I'm not pretty sure that's what caused the third police precinct to get torched, um, get used for roasting marshmallows, if you will. But the officer who actually had the knees in the neck is the one. He did get arrested, and they're looking to charge him with third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. And there are a lot of people that are upset because they didn't go after first-degree murder. So I'm going to take a few moments, go over why, at least with the information I have seen, that is the right decision. And like always, I'm going to throw some links down in the description. So let's get started. First, I'm not going to cover manslaughter for two reasons. The manslaughter charge for two reasons. First off, no one is really contesting that. It's the fact they went with third degree murder, which basically is considered manslaughter, instead of first degree. And the other reason is if I have too many more facts in, I'm liable to just start mixing it all up because I'm not working off a script. I'm coming to these conclusions as I go along. I'm ad-libbing. So, first degree murder has really two main prongs to it. The first prong is premeditation and the second is intent. So, basically, in order for that to really stick, he would have had to planned it out. He would have had to have decided, yes, I'm going to go to this person, I'm going to kill them, and he would have had to, when he walked up, that he would have had to have decided, yes, I'm going to kill him right now for first degree murder to stick. Second degree murder is no premeditation but intent. Basically, you're going along and you see him and you make the decision, hey, I'm going to kill this guy or kill this person. That would fall under second degree murder, more or less. And this is, keep in mind, this is general guidelines. Third degree murder is you had intent to do bodily harm, but in the course of your actions, they wound up dying. Kind of, you meant to hurt them, but something happened and the death was an accident. Here's why this third degree was the best option based on the information at hand. There's no sign of premeditation. Yeah, I know there's rumors, oh, they worked together. But there was no sign of premeditation. He didn't show up, hunt this guy, George, down and decide to, I'm going to kill him. He didn't hunt him down. He didn't go to him with the intent of doing it. He was responding to a call, I believe it was for forgery. So that's what he was doing. He was responding to a call, doing his job. So that definitely puts a hit on premeditation. Now, intent. You have to ask yourself, did he actually mean to kill the guy? And that's kind of hard to prove. Yeah, there's people saying, oh, you should look at his eyes. Well, let me tell you something. Read his body language. I'm going to give you some advice. If you go into a court of law and you start throwing that out, stuff like that out, any defense attorney worth their weight will immediately object on the grounds of conjecture. There's another term I was thinking of, but speculation, that's it. Conjecture and speculation. And probably that would get thrown out in a heartbeat. There's no proof. Yeah, there's talks of this happened, but that they knew each other. But the thing is, there's no proof that there's any form of animosity. Where's the motive? And you could say, well, he was racially motivated. Well, you got to prove it. And I haven't heard if the FBI has released their investigation into the matter. I haven't heard anything specifically on an official level stating that he intended or he was racist or anything like that. In the investigation of Facebook and social media, yeah, you hear stuff like that. But I have not seen it from some official channel yet. So all in all, I think, at least right now, third-degree murder is the best they can do. That's not saying something else can't come along and they can refile or what have you and go for third degree or second or even first if they can absolutely prove premeditation. It's possible they could always change what they go after him for. But for the time being, definitely no premeditation, and questionable at best if they can prove intent. Now, supposedly, there has been preliminary autopsy results that have come out. I have found a website proving or claiming to have them and releasing them. I'm not sure if the website is legit. I haven't seen anything that is considered legitimate in the mainstream of my eyes posting this. At least I didn't before I left work. But I'm going to throw the link in the description. I'm going to bring this up. According to these so-called reports, and keep in mind the family is talking of getting the person who did the overlooked the Epstein autopsy. They're talking of bringing him in to give a second opinion. And good for them. But according to this, the article first off did state that the maneuver or maneuvers like what was used are discouraged because there is the possibility of doing harm. So there's that hit. But it said, according to this report, there were no signs of asphyxiation or anything like that, which means directly according to this, that maneuver did not directly cause the death. It also said that he had some sort of pulmonary disease or pulmonary complications, if you will. And I forget the exact, it's like peripheral artery disease or something along that lines. Basically, is one of those diseases along that lines, which was considered more directly involved. And it also mentioned there may have been intoxication involved. And that the combination of the stress from the maneuver with that pre-existing condition with possible intoxication were the results of death. This gets very interesting because you remember in my last video I did post a link to that showed video from a security camera where it looked he just seemingly collapsed. And in one of these articles, they mentioned he got stiff and fell, and they thought it was him resisting. It could be he was having a heart attack instead. So, where do we go from here? This is where I'm not going to make excuses for anyone. I'm going to try and summarize with what little legal knowledge I have. And keep in mind, I have something that is considered a pre-law degree. I do not have it's not a officially labeled pre-law. I'm not gone to law school. I have taken some law-related courses, and I've spent a good amount of time reading and researching. But unless there's something I've come across or there's something I have not come across yet, third degree is the best they can do at this time. Something can come along to change it, but what the prosecution does have going for them is there's some pretty good video footage of this guy refusing not to let up. And that's pretty damning. And let's just say they're unable to get enough of the jury to vote to convict for that. They can always fall back on excessive use of force. And I'm pretty sure they could successfully prosecute that, 365 days out of the year, 366 if it's leap year. I mean, no questions on that. What the defense has going for them is they have that video where it looks like he did fall, just collapse. And they said he did stiffen up, which could be a sign he was having an issue, a cardiac issue, prior to this hold even being put on him. So that is working in his favor, for the defense's favor. They can say that they were distracted by what I'm assuming was the friends that got out of the car with him who were recording it, or at the very least whoever is recording it. They can say they were distracted. And depending on the nature of the complications, if that is in fact real, it is possible that even if he had let up, and keep in mind, according to this, the maneuver itself did not directly cause the death. It may have indirectly, but not directly. But if they can prove that the nature of the complications, pre-existing condition, were of the nature where even if they had let up, if he didn't get immediate medical attention from a professional within a certain X amount of time, he was dead anyway, I'm pretty sure they can use that as an excuse as well. And let's face it, they very well could do that. It's not a matter of, I think this will happen. It's not a matter of me making excuses. That's a real possibility. And yeah, the prosecution can argue, well, he didn't get up, he didn't let up, he didn't try to help him. But then again, you get back to the defense of, well, he was distracted by what I'm assuming were the individuals who got out of the car, whoever it was, that at the very least, whoever it was recording. And it could be that they were distracted. They could claim that they were distracted. And that's why he didn't let up. Honestly, I'm interested to see how this goes. I think it will ultimately between come between how good the prosecution is versus how good the defense is. With a huge wild card to anything they either have not released or have not yet discovered but will. It's definitely going to get interesting to say the least. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to throw links in the description. Let me know what you think. Later.